I got married. I relocated to Orlando, and I still have a place in New York, but I kind of got out of that whole scene and kind of focused on myself. Especially after the last album and the last tours, I was burnt out. I was pretty bitter about a lot of things. A lot of people quit on me. That's the one thing people don't understand. Is like I'm the last guy standing because pretty much everybody else gave up. I'm still here, and I was able to find some more guys that were like, fuck this, let's do this, let's bring this back. You know what I mean? So I just want to make that clear. There were people that were allowed to stay if they wanted to, but everybody wanted to get the check, and yeah, man, I'll stay as long all night on you, right? It's like one of those things. It doesn't really work out like that. When the good is good, it's great, but when it's bad, who's really there for the right reasons? So you find out pretty quickly. So I went into a rebuilding process, but at the same time, I went into a personal process of working on myself and making some changes and dealing with maturity and working on things in my life that I had neglected because I'd been building a band for 15 years. And I believe as an artist and as a writer, you have to be well-rounded as a human being to continue growing. Otherwise, you keep writing the same damn song, and once you've written that song, people are like, yeah, I've already heard this. Yeah. Anything happening here? Well, it's up to you to make those decisions. You got to keep growing as a human being in order for your work to still have relevance, in my opinion. So. Go down 10, 15 active rock bands, and I'll tell you that from 2010 to now, nobody's the same. Yeah. Economics have a lot to do with that. Yeah. People don't understand that the money that's being made is not exactly what everybody thinks it is. No. There's a lot of individual investment that you have to go out and find venture capital to keep things alive. Music's very expensive. Hunter S. Thompson once said, how do you make a fortune in the music business? You start with an even larger fortune. That couldn't be more true today. Yeah. So this is a labor of passion for me. This is about legacy. It's about investment of time and love over the years that I wanted it to turn the corner because I believe we are due. I think we made a hell of a record, and I think people deserve to hear it. And I'm sitting here with three amazing gentlemen who are out here fighting it out every day in the clubs, giving their best every night, for not exactly six figures, you know what I mean? So yeah, there have been a lot of lineup changes. Some have been personality conflicts, some have just been purely economics. Like I said, everybody wants to be in a band if they can get X amount of dollars per week, and it's a party all night on you. Yeah. Who doesn't want to do that? But when things get real, people leave. Yeah, well, it's not my favorite song on the record. I love Immortal, I respect it and everything, but I love Straight Jacket Supermodel's my favorite
that's
song.
what you said.
And the label just kind of botched that first campaign, so it didn't get the due it should have at radio. But honestly, the great thing is it's like a fan favorite, and it's like our friend at 94.7 The Razor today, Elwood, the program director, said, he's like, those are like the coolest songs on albums, the ones that are like they had a splash at radio, but they end up being like fans' favorites. You know what I mean? So, but I'm really proud of everything we've done in the past, and I wouldn't be sitting here with this awesome lineup if we hadn't accomplished what we've done, and have gentlemen here who are going, let's talk about the future. This is awesome. This is a great platform to be at. Really respect what you've done, and I want to be a part of this, moving this into the future, and that's where we're at today with Odyssey. Listen to me and you'll get to live through this. You'll be reborn brand new. 2 years on from Locked and Loaded, recorded it with Mr. Elvis Basquiat, shopped the album, got some interesting reaction, but not a whole lot of love last year because everyone and their mother put out a record and nobody was looking for that kind of sounding record and that kind of band, this kind of band, because there's plenty of them out there right now. Saturation is at a max. So we kind of retooled it a little bit with an electronic producer named Zardonic, who's a very talented gentleman, and he gave us a modern kind of twist on the music. And I think the reaction is self-evident. I mean, people are loving the album. A lot of people are like, how can you follow Locked and Loaded? Fuck off! I had to say that. It's like the headliner thing. It's in the book. You have to do it. So how do you follow Locked and Loaded up? Well, you follow it up by writing another comprehensively songwriting, like on a songwriting level, a good record, solid record, but also making sure that you're not copying what you did before. And Odyssey continues the trip, but it doesn't sound the same. Yeah. And that's the big thing for fans, is like, oh man, this is a great continuation, and it's just a slight enough departure from the previous record where they're like, this is cool. I'm into that.
One of my favorite things, like, I love answering this question about the new record is, you know, we had an opportunity. Everybody has to play everything so close to the chest, like he was saying earlier. It's financially, I mean, there's not a ton of money in the industry.
You do it for the love.
Yeah.
That's
it. And when you're making gambles, doing records, writing songs and everything, everybody's kind of cookie cutter these days. You got to play, stick to the playbook. And we got a chance to kind of break away from that and just do something else. You know, and kind of roll the dice on it. And so far, it's paying off pretty well. And it's got a little more of an EDM sound to it with the remixes and everything, which is connecting with the younger audience, which is fantastic. Kids in junior high school, are digging the new track, which is fantastic. It's fantastic. That we're tapping into the younger market. That's the future. That's where you want to be anyway.
And first time them hearing this band for 15 years, it's been around. They're like, never heard of Ethan Adam, but this is their first, diving into Odyssey is like, wow, this is cool. It's like a fresh thing for them. Yeah. So that's really, it's not easy to do, and we're really happy that we've been able to bridge, the past with the future with this album. And it really opens up doors for us going forward. And the label that's working with us right now, Roctagon Worldwide, is interested in now doing another product, which we're hoping to make up for some lost time by putting it out at the end of this year. We'd like to record a new EP, which will be a combination of 5 new tracks and 5 live tracks from this year's touring. Okay. So, so we're working on that as well, because we want to make sure we take advantage of the momentum and make up for lost time, like I said. So we're in a good spot. We are not delusional in the sense that, we're going to be playing Madison Square Garden tomorrow, but maybe by this time next year, you never know. We're in it to grind it, and we're out here having a good time, and we're enjoying being performers and musicians again. And that's really what we do this for, is for the live show and for the adrenaline of being in front of a live audience. And this album is giving us the opportunity to do that again. So in that sense, it's serving the cause. Producer, legendary, and we've worked with another legendary producer as well, Michael Elvis Basquiat, who helped Locked and Loaded and did Odyssey as well. So on that level, Butch Vig, Steve Albini. We could go down the line. There's a lot of guys. It would have to be a situation where they probably came to us and were like, hey, I understand you guys have EVT cards, and if we pull it all together, we can do half a track. Yeah. And I have Wednesday available in 2018, January 2018. Who's in? We would totally be in to that, because he's made some of the greatest records of the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, and I know for you guys, you beat Nirvana. I mean, he was Nirvana. He was the Nirvana singer.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at Brendan O'Brien if he called and wanted to do a track or something.
Sometimes it's hard when it's never ending. Just so you know.
In a heartbeat, he's just a super talented musician.
Well, and today with the crossover potential too, I mean, with all the different musicians, I mean, that's happening. A lot of that's happening right now.
Well, we've almost done that on Odyssey. I mean, our second producer, Sardonic, is in a whole different world.
Yeah, he's a metal EDM guy.
Because I would love to see Pharrell produce something wrong. I would just love to see what would happen with that. He's done country.
We're fans of his work, so he's a super talented guy. I would say, that'd be awesome.
I would love to see that. So maybe
so would we.
Let's put a call in.
You can make that phone call out.
Look, Pharrell, this is Marcus Mevat. Hello?
Hello?
Well,
this is Tacky. Hello.
I'm sure that you guys could probably tweet him and get a better response than me.
I'm going to tweet him at Tacky.
The price is high, you were told. Oh, darling, let me go.
Beyonce, that's a great example there. It's like, I mean, she shines in the area over here, but that's casting a shadow of her bands not being able to come up now because of that.
Yeah.
You look at the Grammys today, like, the announcement of Metallica, they made it sound like it was Lady Gaga's song, and then the mic issue, like, the Grammys, like, I mean, that hurt rock so bad, it made rock look like a joke. To all the people watching, all these kids that are watching their pop stars and stuff, they would have got a glimpse of a little bit of rock music that they wouldn't have heard before. It came across that way, and that's the Grammys doing that.
Yeah, I think you got two questions going on here in one, wrapped into one. The Grammys' assault on hard rock and metal is pretty well documented for the last 20 years. The only way they put Metallica on is if they did it with Lady Gaga. So in their eyes, I think they were doing Metallica a favor. I think it was embarrassing, and they owe Metallica an apology, personally. But that's a whole other discussion. As far as us not wanting to be labeled a rock band, we've been a rock band forever. I just think that the categorization in rock and the discrimination between like what's alt metal or new, metalcore or this and that. I mean, it's just kind of like it's kind of like separated things to a level where it's like we can't even get along under our own genre, our own roof. But as far as we go, I mean, we try to keep pushing the envelope sonically for what we can do, what we pull off, writing wise and whatnot. We're always going to be a hard rock band. We have some alternative tints. We have some metal tints in us and whatever. We're not by no means a metal band, but we're a hard rock band with a lot of these different influences. Now, in reference to Beyonce and whatever, I think it's always funny when millionaires get together and try to rock out. I think it's funny. If she wants to be rock, she should get in the Dutch Star with us and go get a $15 per diem and play one of these joints.
Last year,
that's rock.
There was Lord and Alabama Shakes. Getting nominated.
Yeah.
Love what they do for what they do, but they're not rock. I mean,
Yeah.
I just think that rock needs to be recognized
Yeah.
for those people.
Well, I think rock has ambassadors that need to stand up. I think Dave Grohl and some of these other guys that are the kings of the hill, need to stand up and fight.
Yeah.
Fight for the identity of what rock and roll is, and making sure that that it doesn't get misconstrued that anything is rock and roll just because you put a guitar on it. Because rock is a lifestyle. Rock is an agenda. Rock is about a certain kind of mindset. It's about rebellion. It's about anthems. It's about pushing beyond the limit. It's adrenaline. It's so many things. It's not these other things that these people are trying to personify. So I think the people that are holding the flame for rock need to get that have the public persona that can really call up Rolling Stone and call up all these media outlets and make sure that doesn't get misconstrued. I think that's their responsibility to do it, because people really don't know who I am, but there's some of these other people I've mentioned, they do. And I think that if it's going to continue to the next generation, it needs to be entrusted to them to ensure that it does. I mean, I don't think rock's boring at all. I just think if you go to the festivals, you know that it's not boring. There's a lot of stuff going on. I just don't think the print is there anymore. The magazines don't support it. Like I said, MTV doesn't play any rock videos. I mean, it doesn't. MTV barely exists, really. So and if you're looking for the Grammys to save it, it's not going to happen. So I think that rock has kind of gone underground. But I think that's kind of where people want it.
All
the
word
people that love it know what it is, man. It's there.
Prince.
Well, Boy George is still around, so I'm nothing.
Nothing?
Michael Jackson.
I had to guess what you were going to say. I had a feeling, but I'm going to see if you're going to say it.
Oh, man. The biggest, I would say David Bowie for me.
Really?
Bowie's a big
I
loss.
thought you were going to say Lane Staley.
Oh, well, I mean, that's... I thought, are you talking this year? Recently?
I'm just talking about biggest loss ever.
Oh, Staley. I mean, yeah, he was probably my number one influence other than Scott Weiland.
Yeah.
So...
Just ever.
Yeah.
Dimebag Darrell.
Oh, okay.
Asshole.
Fuck! Mothers! Motherfucker!
Cocksucker. Cocksucker. We use cocksucker a lot.
Haley.
Favorite snare drum.
Electric guitar.
Orgasms.
66.
I've been on both. I don't know. 1.
Highway 1.
I-94 through Michigan.
What?
Jack, Jim, or Jose?
Oh, Jack.
I don't get the question, man.
It's Jack
Jack, Jim,
Jose
Beam,
Cuervo.
or
Oh, I
Jim
see
Beam.
what you're talking about now. I get it.
Oh,
All
I
right.
get it.
You know what? It's, let's see. Smirnoff.
Smirnoff.
Who's the guy who's
I'm a Beam guy because
No Jack.
I'm not allowed to drink Jack.
He's grounded for life.
I lost my FAA license on that one.
I love all 3.
all 3?
Yes,
so
all
we can mix
three.
them all tonight?
I know,
It's 3 watts.
Put some ketchup in it, too. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm a sports car guy.
Sports car?
Sports cars.
I just like to do regular, something big enough to fit my drums in, like an SUV.
Sports car.
Motorcycle.
Nice.
Yeah, you want that?
Shit.
Wait,
Almost Famous is a classic.
All right, Rockstar.
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 Mark Wahlberg.
Wahlberg killed
Matt,
it.
you can get out.
Crush it.
Almost Famous. Burger.
What was it? Tacos?
Burgers, tacos, pizza.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with tacos.
Tacos.
Pizza makes my dick.
Best tacos in New York City. Pink's. Right there. There's the plug for my bar. 10th Street, 1st Avenue. Pink's Tacos.
Hey,
Hate the interviews and I love the people.
This one's good.
I hate everything about you from 3 Days Grace, going back to the question before that I would put on
Okay.
repeat.
Nice.
what do you love about being a rock star and hate about it?
I can only do one.
Okay. You, hate and love.
Hate and love.
Hate about being a rock star, love about being a rock star.
So I hate social media. Sorry, not actual social media. It's the stress of being on the road and having to update everything all the time. That's what sucks about it for me. What do I love? I love being on the stage and having an audience that's really enjoying what we're doing.